For Jazz Fins this evening, Mandla Mlangeni was rather inspired by artists such as Sipho, Mabuse and Barney, Rachabane, and picked up the trumpet at the age of 14. Now he's been awarded the prestigious Standard Bank Young Artist of the Year Award for Jazz. And this annual award gives artists a chance to expose their talents. And joining us now via Skype is the jazzman himself, Mandla Mlangeni. A very warm welcome to you and congratulations to you, sir.
Thank you, Rafida, and great to be on eNCA.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, what does this award mean to you?
This award actually means so much, and I'm humbled that I'm the recipient of it. So many great musicians and artists have been recipients of the Standard Bank National Young Artist of the Year, such as William Kentridge, Bob Mongeni, and recently myself. And it means that I stand on the shoulders of giants, and I am able to actually, I'm recognized but by the wider artistic community.
Right, and now you're part of a new crop of young jazz artists who've just sort of earned their name within the industry. The likes of Tandi Ntuli, who also won in the same category as you, is now a resident, or rather has residency in Switzerland. I mean, what are you hoping this award would, open up for you in terms of opportunities?
Well, it has already opened up so much in that the contacts and basically the presence that it does in the marketing, and and that I'm recognized, and actually the backing of an institution such as Standard Bank to actually propel my artistic endeavors forward. The support that I've received has been overwhelming, and going forward, it will be a catapult into greater things, such as maybe touring and even residing abroad.
You mentioned the likes of Ndate Sipho, Mabuse and Barney, Rachabane as part of your inspiration, and I'm not even surprised, because when you go through your profile, you'd see that from a very young age you liked hanging around, timers, especially statesmen that enjoyed jazz. So I can see where you picked up your bone from in terms of inspiration. But what inspires you about jazz, especially from artists that are so timeless, that produce music that is absolutely classical and timeless?
I think people have a misconstrued idea about jazz. Jazz at some point in time was considered pop music. It is actually the root of pop music. Jazz is the ultimate pop music, and it's ultimate music in the sense that it's able to be influenced by so much music, and is also able to influence other music. And that, I think, basically that characteristic about it is what attracts me to it. And that it's a music that is collective. It is made collectively and not made in isolation, and reflects so much more than just entertainment and just not just music for the old timers. It's basically the voice of so much discontent, and a voice of change, and it's a voice that speaks to everybody around the globe. I mean, it's a music that was formed from slavery. It's a music that also has its roots in Africa, and I think it's in full circle that it comes full circle here in South Africa because of the history that we both experienced under apartheid and colonialism. And I think for us to embrace jazz, it would be a step forward for us as a society and as a people in actually voicing how we want to see ourselves.
Right. And I mean, just talking about, the archive and the rich history that we have with some of the artists that we have who have produced, but also, are behind classics in jazz. And also, as a recipient of this award, do you think this is a step in the right direction in unearthing even more young talent in jazz?
I definitely am 150% behind the Standard Bank Young Artist Award, and I think not just the award, but the initiative that actually has been done. I'm here in Makanda, and the program that has been running for 25 years, that I was under as well, has unearthed great jazz talent. It happens every year in June, and where young musicians and learners from high school up until tertiary level get to come here and have lessons with the great musicians of the world. And for me, that was a stepping stone. And initiatives like that are very important, not just highlighting performance, but developing audiences and developing listenership in communities. That is very pivotal. I think there should be more policy direction towards the arts and culture, and also unearthing our heritage and our voice as a people of South Africa. And I think future economies are very dependent on their people and their culture, and it's something that we as a nation should embrace and sell to the rest of the world, just like America does with Beyonce or Jay-Z. I think we should also do the same with the likes of Mabuse, the same with Brenda Fassie.
Indeed.
I mean, we have a whole host of talents here, and I think it's only when great musicians pass away that we're like, actually that musician was great, and then we have these fanfares about them.
Well, Standard Bank young jazz artist Mandla Mlangeni, thank you for your time and congratulations once more.
Thank you.
All right then.